family of fast, and welcome to Cooking with EndurElite. I'm your host and head chef, Matt Mosman, and today I'm going to show you 4 fun things you can do with our SustainElite sports drink. But first, I need to get rid of this apron because paisley doesn't go with my skin tone, and I need to drop that terrible, terrible accent. That is just an insult to Julia Childs, and I apologize. So as I said in the beginning, I'm going to show you 4 kind of cool things you can do with our SustainElite sports drink. But first, I want to show you the best way to use SustainElite when you're drinking it on the bike, or when you're running, or when you're using it during an obstacle course, because we get a lot of questions about this. So the best way to use SustainElite is get yourself one of these fancy little blender bottles, add anywhere from 16 to 24 ounces of water. You're going to put 1 to 3 scoops of SustainElite in said blender bottle. You're going to stick this fancy little fandangled ball in there to mix it up really good. You're going to put the lid on, and you are going to shake it, shake it, shake it, and my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, and my life is better than yours. Damn right, it's better than yours, but I teach you, but I'd have to charge. So you get the point. You just basically want to shake the snot out of SustainElite for a good 30 seconds, and that will make it about 97% soluble. Now when you get done mixing it, you're going to see a little bit of settling on the bottom, and this is perfectly normal because SustainElite isn't made of just simple sugars. It has more complex carbs in there as well that don't dissolve all the way. But when all is said and done, there'll be less than a half of gram of SustainElite sitting on the bottom. And to solve this problem, you just shake this sucker up before you drink it, or if you put it in your bike bottle, or the movement or agitation from running with it in a bottle or on a mountain bike will probably help it just mix itself. But if you do see a little bit on the bottom, shake it up, you're good to go. So let's get to the fun stuff now. What are the fun things that you can do with SustainElite? I'm glad you asked. I want to show you. With summer just right around the corner, I can't think of a better treat than a nice, cool popsicle. So what you are going to do, my endurance friends, is get one of these little fancy fandangled popsicle makers from your local friendly Walmart. You're going to pop the top off like this. You're going to take your shaken SustainElite. You're going to pour it right in there. You can make up to 6 if you want to. You're going to stick those lids back on, and you're going to put that in the freezer for about 3 hours. And when you're all said and done, you're going to have yourself a nice tasty treat. So good. So that's fun thing number 1 you can do with SustainElite. Now, I don't like much anything more than a popsicle except one thing, and that's jello. I do love me some good jello. And you can actually make your own SustainElite jello. Now, what you're going to want for that is unflavored gelatin. You're going to take 1 cup of water. You're going to sprinkle that little unflavored gelatin in there. You're going to let it sit for about 2 minutes. Then you're going to grab boiling water. Caution, careful. You're going to add about a cup of that. And you're going to get your little whisk. And you're going to whisk that sucker up till it's all dissolved. Let's take a look here. Yes, oh, looking very delicious. So once it's all dissolved, you're going to want to stick that in the fridge or freezer, again, for another couple of hours. And when all is said and done, you end up with this deliciousness. Jello. Num, 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 num. You put a little whipped cream on that, and you are in business. All right, now probably for the part that you've all been waiting for about a couple weeks now. I told you I was gonna show you how to make a SustainElite gel. Now there's a few key things you're gonna wanna have here. You are gonna have or want a heat sealer of some kind. You're gonna want a funnel, a Mylar bag, and about 4 scoops of SustainElite. Now I'll provide links to where you can buy all this stuff, and there's a ton of options out there as far as heat sealer goes. Some are like $5, and then the Mylar bags are dirt cheap. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your 4 scoops of SustainElite. You're gonna get your little cup here. You're gonna add exactly half a cup of water. Now, if you want it to be thicker or thinner, you can adjust the amounts here. You're gonna add the water to the SustainElite powder. You're gonna get yourself a nice spoon. You're gonna mix all that up. That just looks scrumptious. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So as you can see, it's starting to take a gel-like formation. And you basically stir that up till all the powder goes away. And it's gonna kind of end up looking like a pudding. And who doesn't love pudding? So keep on stirring that sucker up. And that's probably good enough. You're gonna grab your Mylar bag with the funnel. You're gonna add your SustainElite concoction in there. Let it drain into the bag. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh, yummy. So you got that. You're gonna take your heat sealer right here. Make sure all that goopy goodness is down inside. And you're gonna seal that puppy up. And you have your gel with a little bit of mess there, but you get the point. It'll seal it up nice and good. And then when you're all ready, you just tear the top off and you have your gels. Now, if you're gonna do this, I would recommend doing it a few days before your race, just so the gel kind of stays fresh, which I assume it will in a sealed bag, but we exactly haven't done the pilot testing on all of this. I've kept it into a Mylar bag for up to about 3 days. It worked perfectly fine as a gel, and this will kind of get you by until we actually release our official gels at EndurElite, which is probably gonna happen by the end of this year. Now, for my favorite way to use SustainElite. Here's what you're gonna do, my friends. You are gonna grab some Country Time lemonade, because any other lemonade is just inferior. You're gonna add a little bit of that. You're gonna add some ice. You are gonna add a scoop or 2 of SustainElite. Put that in there. And then for the best part is you are gonna add a splash of tequila. So just a little, maybe a little bit more. There we go. And we are gonna make a SustainElite infused margarita. Which, I mean, adding the SustainElite in there makes it healthy, so you can't really give me any arguments there. You're gonna put that in your blender, you're gonna turn that on, and blend it. Oh, there we go. That scared the shit out of me. Okay. Blending done, and then you have a nice, frosty margarita that the whole family can enjoy if they're over 21 on a nice summer day. Tastes like victory. That is the 4 fun ways to use SustainElite, my endurance friends. If you like this video and you want to try some fun things with SustainElite, you pick yourself a bottle up right now and share this video with your friends. If you want other videos like this, head on over to the EndurElite YouTube channel and subscribe, or go on over to the EndurElite blog at www.endurelite.com. Get social with us on Instagram and Facebook. And until next time, my endurance friends, stay fueled, stay focused, and stay fast.